There's been an outpouring of grief for a mother and her 3 children who were burnt to death in their car in Brisbane's east.
I can confirm that Hannah Clarke, 31 years of age, of Camp Hill, and her children, Alia Baxter, Liana Baxter and Trey Baxter, all perished.
Welcome back to Camp Hill with so many beautiful messages of support.
Today, ACT Police are hearing the story of Hannah Clarke and her 3 children.
Unless you leave this room feeling hope, all we've done is just made you feel sad. This has to be inspiring and has to be a legacy.
They're not just learning about that devastating February day 6 years ago, but also the decade preceding it and examining the warning signs of coercive control.
And he took the middle one and just took off with her in my car.
Instances like this, when Hannah Clarke's estranged husband, Rowan Baxter, abducted their 4-year-old daughter and fled to New South Wales.
I don't object to him actually seeing the kids.
One of the several times she had contact with police in the 11 weeks from when she left her husband to the day he killed her and their 3 children.
We miss out on a lot of milestones that the kids should be doing, and we should be going to, every Christmas, every Easter, every one of their birthdays. It's very hard. He took everything.
The training is the brainchild of Hannah's parents, Sue and Lloyd Clarke, who, through their foundation, Small Steps for Hannah, want to educate people about coercive control and the red flags to look out for.
We didn't know about coercive control when it happened. We didn't know how dangerous it was.
Hi there, thanks for checking out Integrate.
Coercive control is a pattern of manipulative behaviour, like Baxter's constant surveillance of Hannah's phone, not letting her wear dresses above the knee or the colour pink, isolating her from her family, and demands for daily sex.
The actual elements of coercive control can start off as so benign, but it's the building of and the escalation as it moves and changes. And it just strips away a part of who that individual is.
In 2023, Tasmania Police came under fire for missing signs of coercive control in domestic violence cases. Detective Inspector Rebecca Davis said when she saw the Hannah's Story training, she wondered whether putting a face and a tragedy to the often invisible scourge could be the answer.
I saw genuine heartbreak, I saw genuine passion, and I saw and felt what they were feeling.
And it's been a game changer. In the 6 months from when it first ran, there's been a 35% increase in reports of coercive control.
This was something where I knew we could take a police officer behind the front door before we've even arrived.
In addition to the training success in Tasmania, it's also been rolled out for cops in the Northern Territory, the ACT, and it'll soon be delivered to parts of the force in New South Wales. But the Clarks say, disappointingly, there's been a reluctance by Queensland Police to follow suit.
I would love to see them picking it up as it's a Queensland story.
I've knocked on doors, I've spoken to people about it, but nothing's ever come from it.
This, despite the coroner finding officers, even those in specialist domestic violence roles, lacked training, police missed opportunities to intervene and failed to recognise how lethal Baxter was. But the coroner did acknowledge Baxter was a master manipulator and nothing would have stopped him.
So this is just one example of what we're
To understand why it hasn't been picked up in Queensland, 7:30 put the questions to the Police Minister.
Is it the case that QPS really feels that there's no room for improvement here?
No, I don't think that is the case. It is a key component, the most important component of the training that all our police do around domestic and family violence and coercive control.
Can you see how this is disappointing for them though?
I've been assured by the police that they have a close relationship with the Clarke family, and they'll continue to make sure that our training for coercive control and policing domestic and family violence is the best in the nation.
Lloyd and Sue don't blame Queensland Police for their daughter's death. They just want to ensure no other family has to live the nightmare that is their reality. After 6 years of fighting for change, the Clarkes say they're exhausted and have decided to step back from their foundation at the end of June.
We hit the ground running and didn't really stop at the start. I think that was adrenaline and just anger. So angry that we didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And just felt, something had to be done. So, and I think that really sort of took a lot from us.
And you deal with tomorrow when it comes.
Programs like the Hannah Story training will end, but Tasmania Police say they'll develop their own to carry on her legacy.
There are women, there are children dying every single day across the country, and we want to continue telling their story in whatever shape it takes.
The foundation will continue to exist, but with fewer responsibilities, as the Clarke family learns to navigate a grief that isn't fading with time.
Time doesn't heal.
No.
It can make it worse, if anything. And I don't think people understand, unless you've lost a child, and we've lost 4, you don't really understand. To lose a child it takes part of you, I think, and you don't get over it.
No.
You will never get over it.